Hey Isaac!
What's up, Richie? What's going on?
We're about to go ahead and plant raid your home. Thank you for having us over in the Plant Foldies. So what do you have got going on here? I'm just raiding your home.
Well, I'm just cleaning up some plants. As you can tell, everything has grown so much. And as you know, I'm cheap, so I'm just trying to stake up everything and kind of clean up my plants a little bit. I watered everything last night, sprayed them down for mealy bugs. I caught a little bit of an infestation, so.
Ooh, lordy.
Yeah, the past couple of days, I've just been trying to make sure that I keep that at bay. I don't have any, so these plants right here, I have to see like one or two, so I'm just cleaning them up, staking them up a little bit. So, all right, what you want to know?
So what I want to do is I just want to kind of talk about the plants, how you got into it. For the Plant Foldies, Isaac is a loyal Plant Foldie. He also has a YouTube channel at Hi JR Sings. Please come check it out. He sings Filipino, so a little bit about Isaac. Him and I have been friends for more than 25 plus years. And you'll see the majority of these plants. These are what you call a plant lover's collection, and this is one that I would say a lot of these plants were pretty much inherited by Isaac, right? You can go ahead and tell the Plant Foldies how you acquire plants.
Look here, Richard, don't bother him with all that. But anyway, so what it is, when people give me plants, Richard has given me a bunch of plants that have been almost dead, and so I just try to, keep them, see if I can keep them alive. These two in particular, I know this one right here means a lot to me because
that's Grandma.
Richard's grandmother, she gave me this one, and as you can tell, it's still in the same pot, and so it has grown so much.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's huge, and so I just kept it in the same pot. I really need to probably repot it, but it has just grown so much, and I'm pretty cheap, so most of these plants I haven't spent any more than maybe 15 bucks, and that's maybe only 2 or 3 plants. But everything else has either been given to me or it is very, very cheap. And so I guess, this is kind of my favorite ones. I keep it in this spot just to kind of remind me of Grandma. And as you can tell, I mean, there's some new growth coming.
I
already
know.
Down here. We've got some new leaves right here, so you can turn it however you need to. And but it is just a healthy plant. I've done nothing with the soil. Pretty much everything you see, the soil, I bought very little soil. I live in an apartment complex, and so one day I went out, and so there was some free soil out there. I guess somebody didn't pay the rent. So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, so they had like 2 bags of soil. I got it. Don't know what was in it, but for most of this, the soil, I haven't bought any. I did go yesterday and I bought 2 bags of soil because most of my plants are too big. They need bigger pots, and I simply don't have the time to repot this many plants. So and this is just in my living room area, and I do have some in my second bedroom.
This is just looks like a jungle.
Yeah. So
people look for these houseplant tours and stuff.
Well, I don't think my plants are all that. I like to do it. Most of these plants, I don't even know the names of them. People give them to me and say, hey, or I'll say, hey, you're gonna throw that plant away. I've gone to several stores and they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna throw them away. We'll give them to you for 99 cents. So I said, okay, I'll get the plant for 99 cents. So, but this particular one right here is, Richard gave me this when he first started off in the plant stuff. He was painting terracotta pots. And so this is one of his old pots right here. And as you can tell, I've had it for so long that the paint is flaking off.
And it's got some salt deposits, but.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you notice right here, look at this. It's got new growth coming in right here.
Yeah.
And so, but the thing I like about this flower is I love greenery, but this has
this Aglaonema.
Yeah. It has the pink in the flowers, which is a nice color.
That's massive, Isaac.
Yeah. And again, because I am cheap, I bought some stakes. I think these are the bamboo stakes, I can't remember. But then I just cut them up and I found some clips. So when they grow, I can easily move the clips. This probably needs a taller pot because it is kind of leggy. But I'm just doing what I have to because I simply don't have time to repot everything. So these are, they're growing like crazy. And then the one here at the front.
Yeah, show me some more stuff. So this one is a Syngonium batik that you got like in a 2-inch planter. Isaac, what is your secret? You literally are growing plants.
Secrets?
Yeah, what is your secret? Tell me about your secret.
Richard, I'm an underwaterer. You know I don't
You are
water.
underwater?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me about this Syngonium.
This one, Richard gave to me. It's still in the original pot that he's given me, and as you can tell, I'm trying to clean up everything. So, excuse any webs you may see, but once it started growing, I just put a stake in it, and then I just clipped it. But it was, I'm not sure how tall it was. I think it was maybe about this first clip.
Yeah.
When you gave it to me, and it has grown. This one, I think you gave this one to me like maybe a year ago.
Yep. And so Plant Foldies, when you talk about plants that you no longer want, or if you're downsizing your plants, instead of composting them, maybe you can bring joy to somebody else. I would say, you know, Isaac, my best friend, actually has a better green thumb than me because he's able to grow these plants that I would have either composted or sent to Plant Heaven. So you can see we have lots of plants right over here.
Let's talk about the one you just gave me about 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so
this bad boy right here.
So this is that Anthurium Doc Block Michelle. You can see right here, it is a proven winners, and you can see you saw the price tag, right, Isaac?
Yeah, I think it was like $195 or something like that.
So thank you for plant rescuing it, and you even put it in one of those Target self-watering planters.
Yes.
Let's pull it out here.
Yeah, I'll pull it out. Yeah, this is the one I just got 2 weeks ago. Had some extra soil in the pot, so I took it out of the original pot, and I used this one, this particular pot. You said it's a Target self-planter, whatever it is.
Self-watering planter, yeah.
Okay.
This looks great. What is the mix? It was just regular Miracle Grow mix, or what?
No, it's just some old soil that I had, and so I need to put some more on top. But I don't know. It's just some free soil that I had, so I've got to put some more. I didn't have that much left, but I wanted to go ahead and repot it.
This is beautiful, Isaac.
So,
and this new one,
yeah.
It was droopy, but she came back to life.
Yep.
You know, Isaac, you are one of these people that can rescue plants, I would say.
I don't have a green thumb, though. I don't
Okay.
think I have a green
Well,
thumb.
Plant Foldies, if you don't think Isaac has a green thumb, please let him know he does in the comment section below. But you can see right over here, we are talking about making more content where we're featuring more of the personal plants.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they keep wanting, Isaac, they keep wanting me to show my plants.
You
Can you
should.
give them a little snippet? What does my house look like?
Oh, it's too much. You have too many plants. This one Grandma gave me. No.
This
You got
one.
This one from your friend.
Okay, so
The
this one
price
was what,
tag is-
$5, right?
Yeah, it was $5. He would.
No, it's actually 15, but
No. He wanted 15, but he gave it to me for 5.
so this one right here is an example of another Aglaonema. Isaac, this one is called Aglaonema white margin.
Yep.
And you can see that it does have the white margins. What do you have to say about Aglaonema?
I think for me, it's probably the easiest plant to grow, especially for me. I'm an underwaterer. I work, a couple of jobs, and so I simply don't have time to attend to them as I should. And I like plants. They bring joy to me, and so I need something that, easy care plants. That's what I'm looking for.
Easy care plants.
Yeah.
So let's have a seat, Isaac, and I'm just gonna grill you.
All my plants, man. They've already seen this before.
So let's
I've already
just
seen this before.
let's just talk about some of these plants right here. So we're just gonna talk about some of these plants right here. We're gonna actually, you know what, Isaac?
Pull this one out. Hold on.
You're gonna pull this one out. This one is the Jerry Horn Philodendron, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing, Isaac? What are you doing? Can I get a cutting? I'm gonna go ahead and
I don't.
prop lift. No, I'm just kidding.
Although it probably needs to be. Now, again, too big for the pot. This is the original pot.
Okay.
That it came in. I think this is the one that I rescued, that you gave me to rescue because it was dying.
Yep. You know how it is. When
Yeah.
I'm dying, I just call Isaac. I don't
Yeah.
even have to call the emergency line right over here.
So, yeah.
Beautiful. So
Just
this is more of an
nibble there on the
uncommon,
end.
yeah, it's an uncommon philodendron. So I do want to ask you just some more questions. I know that you watch my YouTube channel, and if anything, you are family to me. And I'm just gonna do it this angle right here and try to be cool and artistic. But I would say, what is it that is universally seen when it comes to growing plants indoors? Like for people that grow plants, why do you think people grow plants?
I think for some people, it brings you joy, and I think it provides cleaner air for your apartment. But it's mostly about how I feel about the plants. I enjoy them, but if it gets to a point to where I have too many, it's not enjoyable. Right now, it's still enjoyable. Do I have a bunch just for me? The answer is yes, but I enjoy taking care of them. I don't think it's out of hand. When I went on vacation in the summer, so I had a few to die. And so that kind of evened things out. And then you gave me 10 more.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. I constantly give Isaac plants, but I would even say
I think 3 of those died, but again, if it gets to the point to where I have too many and it's not fun anymore, then I have too many. Right now it's still fun. I like seeing the growth. I mean, something as simple as this is like, wow,
this is massive. I mean, look at this. This is massive. So Isaac, there is a point where I know that you're not somebody that really just collects plants for the value. I mean, clearly this one is a more uncommon one. This is a Philodendron Jerry Horn. What are your thoughts about people that spend money, hundreds and thousands of dollars on plants? Is that something that's important to you, or are you more satisfied with just even growing, Aglaonemas? Like, these ones are not really expensive to buy, but to get them these sizes is definitely takes time.
I think people put money where what they value. So to me, none of my plants cost any more than $15. I may have paid $20 for a plant one time, but I think most of my plants were given to me, or they say, hey, can you rehab this? Well, you've given me a bunch to rehab. But again, it goes back to if people spend that much on their flowers, if you have that kind of time and money, you do that. I'm not talking about anybody that do that. It's just that for me and what I do, it's more about. There was one that I wanted to show you. It's more about. Can you hold on for a sec? There's one.
Yep.
Oh wait. Here's an example right here.
Okay, let's move this.
Is this a pink princess?
Yeah, it's a pink princess.
Right here.
Oh my goodness, that's a rescue, right? That's a rescue.
Yeah, this is a rescue plant.
Wow, and she's already pushed out a bunch of little babies right here.
Okay, so now this is what I like to see. This is what brings me joy, is that if I can take a plant that was almost
on the verge
dead,
of going to plant heaven.
Yeah, because you were getting ready to send it there, brother. And
I mean, don't roast me on the channel,
not roasting you.
but
I'm just
yes,
saying,
yes.
When you gave this to me, it was dead and it was on its way, buddy. And so, but then all of a sudden,
you get all this new growth from the bottom.
All that new growth right there. Oh, I see a little web. But anyway, and so when I see all of that, this is what brings me joy. So, for our family reunion, you gave me a couple, and then I had a couple, and so I was able to give those away. That's what brings me joy. And then we had people, they saw the plants and were like, oh, hey, can we buy a plant from you? I was like, no, we'll give you the plants. So it was one of our giveaway gifts at our family reunion. And so that was fun. That was fun to see. So
Isaac, you gotta just keep talking about just
people are bored about my plants.
No, I mean, Plant Foldies, let me know in the comment section what you think about this. So like, obviously, look at this stunning Aglaonema stripes. How long have you had this Aglaonema stripes right over here?
Oh, this one.
Yeah, I know that's your favorite.
It is my favorite. I got that from Garen.
Yeah, Plant Keeper.
Remember, they had that hard freeze, and he had a bunch
that were ready to go to Plant Heaven, right?
He was gonna throw them out, and so he gave them to me for $5.
So obviously, it wasn't this size, right?
No. They were probably, I don't know. They were probably about this size.
Yeah, it was like around that size. That's a Philodendron
size.
Bilitia. We'll get to some of your other plants, but let's talk about Aglaonema. What is it about Aglaonemas? Because I know you are a certified plant foldie, and everybody wants to hashtag popularize Aglaonema. What do you have to say? What is it about this plant? It's just a green plant.
It is a green plant. I personally like, they have lots of different varieties. So, and this is the stripe, and then there's another Aglaonema right there that I got from Garen.
Yeah, this is the Silver Bay.
Yep, I got them both at the same time. And so, slightly different stripes, but gorgeous just the same. Yeah, it's an easy grow plant. Oh, don't show off my mess, Richard.
No, I'm not, but.
Okay, but it's an easy grow plant, and so even I probably water once every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So But yeah. It's an easy grow plant, and so what are you trying to say?
I'm just trying to get through here so I can get you
Oh.
some better lighting. But you can see right over here, Plant Foldies. We got enough. What is up with you and these philodendron? I don't even know what this philodendron is.
This one?
Yeah, and it's already potted up. You don't have a plant ID for it.
No, I don't know where I got this one.
Okay.
No, it's one you gave me because this is.
Yeah,
I
it's
reused
potted up.
this.
Yeah, you're right.
I may have reused this.
So if you see
You want
right
me to pull it
here,
out?
no, you're good. Plant Foldies, if you see right here, you see how Isaac can grow very difficult plants. Look at this one right over here. But let's pull out this alocasia. This is that alocasia
I
poly.
haven't cleaned it up. But
It's fine. So now we talk about alocasias being very difficult plants to grow, right? So what is your alocasia care tips? We can get some of these dead leaves right over here.
Oh yeah. Well, you didn't tell me. I would have cleaned it up a little bit. But anyway, I think, as you can see, I think this is one of the ones we got from
Rhuballs.
from
Rhuballs.
Yeah. It definitely was not this tall. Definitely was not this tall. And I debated on if I even wanted it.
But it was like $12 or something.
It was like, what's that
$12?
price? I think it was like $15.
Yep.
But it may have been on sale.
And see, Plant Foldies, you already know I'm very finicky about plants, but you know, Isaac, you seem to just you just roll with the flow, right? You just, if it dies, it dies.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah, but that's why for me, when somebody says, "Oh, I spent $200 on a plant," I'm happy for you, brother.
He said, "I'm happy for you."
I'm not doing it. But if I can find a little $12, $15 plant like this, and like I said, this is probably one of the few that I've actually
Spent
bought
money.
that's actually 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as you can see, this is what I like to see. I like to grow. It reminds me of a zebra.
Yeah.
Is this one that was called the zebra plant? I can't remember. What
It is a poly, alocasia poly.
I don't know, but one of them looked like a zebra plant, and I think this one kind of
Does
looks
it?
like that. And so, you know, I just like the veiny, the lighter green vein, and so I just want to try it. It's similar to that one right there, different leaves, of course. But
So, I you know, Isaac is a content creator too. He doesn't necessarily do plants, but is that something that you would be willing to document? It seems like people are more into people like showing their actual plants. I know I do a lot of big box store plant shopping videos, but I've seen people do a lifestyle type blog. Is that something you would be willing to post on your channel, or what is it? Because you have lots of plants that you could just film yourself watering. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. I don't really feel qualified to be a plant person because most of these plants, because I haven't taken the time to study the plant.
Okay.
And it's sad. It is. It's like, well, how do you figure out what to do? I do the same thing with all my plants.
So let's go rewind that. So you mentioned how you feel like you're not qualified to make plant content, but clearly Plant Foldies, if you look at his plants, he's able to grow them. And these are not plants. I mean, you can see right here, these are massive plants that take a long time to grow. So he's doing something right. So what I want to know is, what is your plant care tips?
Richard.
What is the pull fruit?
I water once every 2 weeks.
Guilty.
I'm guilty. I try to be a little bit better about that, especially during the summer, to water at least once a week.
Okay.
And like a good soaking. But all I do is probably once every 3 to 6 months.
Okay.
When I water, I'll put in just a little bit of Miracle Grow.
Okay.
And then I will water my plants, and that's all I do.
So I'm going to ask you some controversial plant topics. Let's make sure you hold the plant. Let's just hold the plant.
Okay.
Let's see what we got here. So
Okay, which one?
what other plants we got over here? Let's hold this Calathea. Can you hold the
this one Grandma
Calathea?
gave me.
I know Grandma gave you that one too. So if you guys already
it's
know,
full of water because I watered.
oh, is it
everything
full of
last
water?
night. Yeah.
Well, do we want to get something a little bit smaller? Because you know the Plant Foldies, they like to see foliage. So
yeah.
maybe we could just get. Ooh, let's get the little bourbon bottle or whatever propagation station you do. What is this, Isaac?
You gave.
I gave you this. That was
dying.
Luke, right? That was
Yes.
Luke's little idea.
Luke gave me this one.
So you talk about plant styling right here.
Well, y'all did this because
Port barrel. Is that that's really cool. What do y'all think about this? It doesn't have 46% alcohol.
No.
But look at that. That is water. That is really cool.
Yeah, and it was almost dead when I got it, and so as you can tell, it's probably put on, what is that, about 2 inches.
So are you just going to keep growing it hydroponically, like just in straight water?
Yeah, but if you look in there, if you can see how big the stem is, I kind of wanted to put it in some soil to see how it would grow.
I kind of like that look though.
But it's doing so well in here.
Do you feel
with this one? I'll put just a
little bit of Miracle Grow.
Yeah, just some.
So my thing is, Isaac, with these, I'm gonna just put this to the side right over here for a minute because it is a little heavy. My question is, so you talk about plants and, do you believe that people should only buy from local or small businesses? Do you believe that it's okay to buy plants from big box stores like Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart? Because I've seen, a lot of people have various opinions. The same thing with plant products. What are your thoughts? I know that there was a potential, controversy with some of these big box store plants and how they take advantage of people, or how they, and you can see Isaac's forehead right here. Yeah, this is gonna be unedited.
Yeah,
unedited.
That's one of my plants, man.
So I'm just curious about your thoughts about, do you feel like big box store plants take advantage of small businesses? Do you feel like everybody is entitled to where they can buy their plants? What are your thoughts? I'm just curious.
My thoughts is, what store is closer to you?
Ooh.
Can I be honest with you?
Yes, I want you to be honest, because, I always feel like, especially with social media platforms, people have their opinions, and whether we agree with them or not, I've always said, always exude kindness. It's okay to disagree, but I'm just curious about what your thoughts are, because, and then we can talk about people and gatekeeping on plants, or having this elitist look, but let's talk about, are you open to just buying plants at big box stores? Do you buy plants from different stores? I mean, in your case, you just rescue plants from me.
All I do is rescue plants. I told you, I'm cheap. And because if they die, they die. It's not a big deal to me. I prefer going to people that raise plants, and because if they love plants, I would rather buy from them.
Okay.
But sometimes they overprice because there's an emotional value attached to the plants. And so sometimes it's like, well, I like the plant, but that's a little bit too expensive for me. Whereas and it's almost the complete opposite when you go to a big box store. They get so many plants coming in that it's almost like, they don't really care for the plants. It's all about, okay, we have to set up for the next display. But sometimes you can go to a store, like I said earlier, you can go to a store and they'll just give you a plant simply because they're getting ready to throw it in the trash. There's been a couple of times they've given me the plant. No, I take that back. They have to charge me something, so they go charge me a quarter or 50 cents or
oh, well, you need to tell me who your plug is if you're getting me these plants.
No, I'm telling you, I don't have a plug. But what happens is if I see it in the trash, they're like, oh, maybe I can rehab that. I know Walmart has done that to me a couple of times. They're literally getting ready to throw it in the trash. Maybe it's just like a clearance plant, and maybe I see something, I'm like, oh, hey, can I get that? And they got to charge me something, and so they're 50 cents a buck, just whatever it is. So they get their profit or whatever. And so I don't really care where people get their plants from, because people give me plants.
Okay.
And so, you give me plants, and I've gotten plants from other friends, and they're like,
I know you are also known on YouTube as the doctor.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, or if I just don't know how to take care of plants.
No, you're better at it. You know more about how to take care of plants.
Okay.
I don't. I do what comes simple to me. If it dies, it dies, and I'm not out of any money. So when people want to argue about where they get their plants from or who they get it from, it doesn't matter to me. I prefer to support, local businesses. I do love that idea.
Okay.
But if there's an emotional attachment to a plant and it's too expensive for me, you want $25 for a plant, and I see it, I'm like, oh, that doesn't look like it's worth any more than $5. If we can come somewhere in the middle, I'm willing to meet you. But if you like this plant right here, I bought it for, I think that says like $15.
Yep.
Okay. They had several more that were more expensive, and I went with this because it looked better.
But you know what, Isaac? So what people don't realize is, so there's this term called fast plant shopping. Basically, you collect a bunch of plants because you buy so many. But would you say your plant collection, how long have you had these plants? Please tell the Plant Foldy community, because I know you were living out in South Dallas area.
I was living in Garland.
Garland, yeah.
Probably since...
Because you've moved here, what,
2006.
So you've had these plants for a while.
Yeah, no, not all of them.
But
I only started off with just a couple of plants. But it probably wasn't until, I don't know, 2010 or so that I started collecting plants.
So what's your opinions about I guess, gatekeeping
What
when
do-
it
what
comes
do you mean?
gatekeeping in the plant community, where only certain individuals or only certain classes are able to acquire some of these really rare or exotic, expensive plants. Does that make that person even more valuable, or do you feel like, I mean, we're looking at your plant collection right here, and clearly these are a lot of plants that might be common. Some of these plants that are, not as sought after, but you can clearly see there. I mean, it's not like you have 1,000,001 variegated plants, but you have some lush greenery. So what are your thoughts about sometimes the gatekeeping where some of these plants are overly priced and it's like a certain, oh, well, I'm not going to add that green plant, or I'm not going to, grow a pothos plant or an Aglaonema because they're after a variegated alocasia or something. So what is your message or your thoughts? Because it's always a nice dialogue when it comes to, I guess, people's opinions.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. You do. Okay. Here's a variegated plant right here.
Monstera constellation.
Okay.
Where did you get it from?
It's one that was dying. It was almost dying, and as you can tell. So and it's variegated.
Oh,
Love
wow,
Absolutely
Isaac, you
gorgeous.
rescued this Monstera constellation.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, so
wow. I'm
so
sorry.
It's got a little brown right here, but
we can chop that.
we'll worry about it later.
But I can see that it literally has a new growth point.
Yes.
You can literally cut this right here and propagate it.
Yes. So, but to answer your question,
Okay.
you gave me that plant.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not going to say, oh, I only want variegated plants. Now, I have said, hey, Bridget, if you have a variegated plant, I'd love to add it to my collection.
Yep.
That's different. But I think you and I, we went to a place one time and went to some plant store. They didn't even acknowledge my presence because I guess people like me aren't supposed to go into their plant shop. And I told Richard, don't ever bring me back here. Because when it gets to the point, I can't say it how I want to because I'd get deleted, but it's a freaking plant. Mm-hmm. A lot of these plants that they say that are rare. I grew up in the country. We saw some of these plants when I was growing up. We saw these plants growing on the side of the road. Mm-hmm. I've gone to the Philippines 3 times. Some of the rare plants that we have over here in America, we saw those plants growing on the side of the road,
like
in
weeds,
in the
right?
Philippines, and it's just like weeds. It was common. So if you say that it is an uncommon plant and you attach a price to it, everybody wants that plant. And then everybody begins to grow that flower, whatever that plant or whatever. Then everybody wants that plant. Well, then all of a sudden, the guy who says, oh, that this is, it's worth something, in 2-3 months' time, it's just as common as everything else.
That's true.
Because at one time, I can tell you right now, at one time, this was some kind of a special plant and somebody, attached a price to it. And then it's some sort of an emotional attachment. Oh, I just have to have that plant, to try to keep up with the Joneses. I don't give a damn. If I see a plant, I don't. If I see a plant and I like the plant, that's why I'll get the plant. I have some plants here I don't even like.
So here's one
plant. But I was
plant.
able to grow them.
Yeah, but I mean, Isaac, so... Ooh.
No, be careful.
Can you lift it? Can you lift this one right here, Isaac, right here? Because this is a plant that is a Costa Farms plant. I remember bringing you this plant right here, right? This is a Dracaena.
And I watered it last night, so yeah.
So you watered it, but this is not a common plant. But what do you find beautiful about this Dracaena?
I think part of
because it's huge. Because this was like up in a 3-inch planter.
Yeah, I think what I like about the plant was that it was half dead when you gave it to me.
Why are you telling people that I gave you half dead plants?
You got me on your channel, so I'm telling you.
Woo!
And so be careful.
Yep.
And so the joy was, it was more of the challenge. Could I keep it
reap
alive?
it? Yeah.
I don't know nothing about this plant. It's got gorgeous variegation though. I love this. I love the leaves. But it was the challenge. Could I keep it alive? Could I get it to grow? Could I bring it back?
So for those that are watching, right? Now you're gonna. So for those that are watching today's video, what do you have to say in the fact that literally this is growing up and you see how beautiful a Dracaena, right, looks like, and then you can see that Isaac is able to grow any plants. So I'm just saying this is an easy care plant, right?
Yeah.
And then you have it right next to a Calathea orbifolia. So how are you able to put them in the same space? And I know you don't water. Do you water this Calathea? How is she still alive?
Calathea is still alive. Number one is, as you can tell, I have watered it. I watered it last night. It's full of water.
Okay.
So but it had gotten too big for the original pot. This grandma gave me this one.
Yep.
And so what I did was I had to switch pots. It was just way too big, and so it gets great sunlight here.
Yeah.
And so I don't worry about it. And part of it is, since I don't know how to take care of plants, since I don't,
I just think it's interesting. I just think it's interesting that you say you don't know how to take care of plants, but you do. So I'm gonna go ahead and move out the way here, and I'm just gonna keep moving and showing you. Well, I know we didn't clean the table. We didn't set up for this video, but clearly you have so many plants here. I want to talk through some of the other ones. I don't know if you can pick up some more.
Well,
oh, this is one of my favorites. Let's go ahead and bring this one out.
Well, now the last time,
hold on. There's some water.
No.
Is there water? Did you water that one?
I watered everything.
Okay, you want to lift this one?
It's growing
So can you just invite a prop lifter? Are you good with somebody just going here and chopping up your plants?
What? So you mean chopping up my plants?
How do you feel about prop lifters? You know, people that come up in people's houses and just chop stuff.
Oh no, it'll be a fight on your hands. So,
Okay.
You showing all the way back? I need
No.
to clean. Okay, so
Let's bring it over here because Isaac, he likes them jumbo size, mega size plants. Just put it on the counter right here. And we just rating your plant collection. Okay, so what can you tell me about this philodendron lemon lime? How long have you had this? Because I want to go ahead and take it back.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
It looks like we've had this for years.
No, I think this is a
Oh my,
propagation.
yeah. Oh, it's a propagation?
It is a propagation from the main flower that you gave me, and it grew. If I'm not mistaken, it grew so fast.
We want to go and put, yeah.
Yeah, it grew so fast that I once it propagated, and I had to stake it and everything. So, but yeah. Because that's the one of the pots. That's
one of your
pots.
propagate, yeah.
This is a propagation, and as you can tell, I mean it's just.
And
growing so
I'm
fast.
curious because I always say on my YouTube channel you need to give it a lot of bright and direct light, but it doesn't look like it gets. Does it get a lot of light?
Richard, right
Because it's
here.
yeah, I guess.
It gets constant light.
Beautiful.
It gets constant. sunlight.
So,
but it's not direct. It's not direct.
So, if you guys see right here, look at this.
So, should have told me I would have cleaned it up a little bit. But...
I mean, here's the thing though, right, Isaac? So, I did want to show more of these plants. Hold on one second. So, we just took a little bit of a break, but Plant Foldies, you can see right here. Do you see what I see? I see a beautiful caladium of some sort. And Isaac proves that you can grow caladiums for long-term indoors. Like, you've had this over the winter, right? Like, how long have you had this caladium?
Probably almost a year.
Okay.
This is probably one of the hardest ones
to grow
that I've had to keep alive.
Okay, and tell me about the caladium, because I haven't been able to successfully grow it, but it's got beautiful leaves.
It has these speckled leaves on them, which that's the reason why I got it. And
Okay.
it was only what, $3.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like a $3 plant now that you've grown it. Tell me about the planter too, because this is a unique toe. Is this you being cost effective?
Oh, Rich, let me tell you again. this is one of the pots that I actually found. Somebody in my apartment complex, somebody got kicked out because they didn't pay the rent.
Oh my goodness!
So
what is up with people not paying rent?
I don't know, but
do they need to sell plants?
Listen,
do they need a YouTube?
They had plants because that's where I got the soil from. But this is one of the pots that was left, and so me with my cheap self, I drilled a hole.
And then okay,
I drilled a hole. I won't say drill. Had some scissors. And I drilled a hole in it, and so I ended up with like 6 or 8 planters.
I really like your little clips too. She's cute or whatever.
I'm telling you, hey, you know what? Here's the thing. Here's the thing about growing plants. I may not be the most knowledgeable, but I have the most fun, and I'm real. So what I'm saying is, you know, I don't have the prettiest planters. I mean, Grandma gave me that pot, but this is what I like right here.
Okay.
The plant doesn't care. The plant doesn't know that it's in a raggedy pot. It doesn't. So,
I kind of like that minimalistic, but I mean, caladiums. How do you? I mean, Isaac, you know, like, does it go dormant in the winter because or did it keep its leaves? What did you do?
Well,
because I always tell the viewers that in order to keep caladiums, you got to give it a lot of light. It has to stay a little bit warm. I know you don't overwater this either. That's a good thing because caladiums bulbs can rot. But like, would you be open to growing more caladiums indoors?
Probably not. I said, this is the most difficult one that I've had to keep alive
of all your plants.
Okay. I think I've had several caladiums.
Caladiums, yeah.
Caladiums, my bad.
Caladiums.
Yeah, whatever. So these are difficult for me to keep alive, but for some reason this one keeps coming back, and I thought I lost it.
Does she go dormant?
Yeah, it went dormant for me.
And then she came back?
And it just drooped, and so I did this, and so as you can tell, this is the newest leaf right here. So that's why I'm very cautious with this one. It sits right here in front of the window.
She gets prime.
Yeah, excellent sunlight, and so hey, it actually works.
Okay.
So, you know, but the clips help because I don't have time to repot all these things, and so I just stake it up.
Okay. Well, let's walk around here again, Isaac. I know I'm just rating we're just taking all of his plants. Plant Foldies, let me know in the comment section what you think about Isaac's beautiful houseplant collection, aka Richie's Rescues, aka everything that is
plants.
But you know, like this one right here. So this is one of the more rare and uncommon ones right here. This is a Philodendron bolitiae. Can you tell me about this one?
Oh,
and how much? Oh, yes, a bolitiae. How much did you pay for that?
Yeah, this one was a give me.
A give me, okay.
Because I had bought some other plants, and I think this was one of the ones that the guy gave me
for free.
Mm-hmm. He gave it to me for free, and so. But yeah, and as you can see, I don't know if you can see real quick, I've got some
new growth point right there.
New growth coming in, and so.
So you're gonna let me chop up your plants? You gonna let me chop up your plant? I'm gonna chop up your plant. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. You know, Isaac is one of my best friends. And do you feel like with plants that you find people with similar interests and they become your friends? Do you find connections with people, or is it just one of those things you do this for you? What's the truth?
Oh, I guess I'm weird because I don't go out looking for people that like plants. But if people come over and they see my plant collection, they're like, "Oh wow, you have nice plants." And I'm like, "Okay, thank you."
So I'm looking at this one too. This is a really, really cool plant right here. Yeah. This is a Jopii, Philodendron Jopii that I sent to Plant Heaven, but for some reason.
And you can tell it's in the plant that's too small.
Look, let's see the roots.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, it needs to be in a bigger pot.
So, tell me about the Jopii.
The Jopii, I get it was the leaves. You see how the leaves are just weird? I don't know why. That's what I like. But it's just a green plant, but I liked the shape of the leaves, and I think I got this one at the same time as I got the other.
So as far as these plants that these philodendrons and stuff, like what is it about these plants that? Do you have a favorite one? Or is it one of those things where
there's a couple? You've already seen them though.
Yeah. But like, I mean, you just have these plants that are just growing wildly.
I know. And I think, this is the one that you gave me. It's a hydroponic plant that you gave me.
Oh, and it's still growing.
Yeah.
Actually, this is Janae. She gave me this hydroponic plant, and it looks like you've adopted it. And ooh, hold on.
Oh, they get intertwined. Okay.
They intertwine.
Ooh.
You're gonna have to clip that or something.
I'll figure it out later.
That's really pretty. And
Thank you, Janae.
Yeah, Janae. Yeah, I like that. So are you open to growing things hydroponically or?
Not really.
Not really? It's just, you like the look of that one?
I like the look of that one. It's the rocks, but between this one and the one in the whiskey, then I don't like hydroponics.
So tell me about this right here. We're looking at this Philodendron tortum. Can I chop this up?
Huh?
Can I chop this up right here?
I thought it was a weed. I was gonna throw it away. Because it's one you gave me. It was dying. I was gonna throw it away.
I know, but look at that.
I'm just saying, all of a sudden it started sprouting right when I was getting ready to throw it away.
She wanted to live.
Yeah, and so all the new growth came out. Well,
you can chop this up and make props, or you just want to let it. We don't want to chop up some stuff.
I'm not chopping nothing right now, brother.
So I know that you have just, this collection right here, but to me, it's just, showing these right here. This is another Philodendron.
Don't show my dead.
Oh, I'm not.
One actually died on me.
We'll go ahead and just edit that one out. But like even this, what is up with you and these Philodendron, Isaac? This is a Philodendron Florida green.
Shape of the leaves.
You like the shape of the leaves?
It's the shape of the leaves.
Okay.
And really that's it. So, because I mean, if you look at it, it's just a green plant. But some of these plants, I grew up in the country, and some of these plants just remind me, they were just out in the woods. We'd live down, I don't know, something like 4 or 5 miles of dirt road. We just,
and you just see
walk
plants
in the
outdoors,
and you would see stuff like this. And now people are
paying a lot
of money. And I grew up with these plants.
I mean, you guys can see right here, like Plant Foldies. I mean, this is, Isaac, I would say, even me, right? You say you have a lot of plants, but I feel like your plant collection is very curated. I feel like you make enough space for them. Like, I know this one is a little bit leggy, this elbow here, but you've had that for years. She don't want to die.
Yeah, now this one.
Wow.
Yeah, that one it's been a tough one to grow as well. It's been a tough one to grow, and as you can tell, it has some growth, but I think because of I may have too much sunlight, so I may need to move it back. But it's still hanging on. That one has been a tough one to grow as well. What is this one called?
This is a Syngonium albo right here.
Yeah, I like the variegation. Yeah.
And then we're gonna see, like, so as far as like, do you feel like you ever have plant burnout? Where you just have too many plants and it's going to overwhelm you? Or do you feel like you have a comfortable collection?
Just about the time I feel like I have too many plants, I either give some away,
okay,
or some will simply die, not because of anything I did, but probably because I didn't water them enough. And so about the time I get plant burnout, it all kind of
works itself out.
Yeah, it works itself out so that I don't feel like I'm always having to do something with my plants. If anything, I'll come in, I'll sit down, and I'll do like this, and just relax. Maybe have an adult beverage, and so this one right here kind of hangs over my head a little bit, and I'll just.
I mean, this is just fabulous. So like, Isaac, obviously, when you look at your plant collection, I get this vibe that you're truly satisfied with your plants. And there's this conversation that we open up with people that continue to buy plants, I mean, me included, where I have to just keep buying Aglaonema. But you can clearly see right here, you have this one and we have this one right here, and it's more of a green variety, but it's still so beautiful. Do you feel like a lot of times people collect plants because they're searching for some type of satisfaction or fulfillment? Like, what are your thoughts on that? Because
I think sometimes you do have this because it does feel maybe some sort of a void that you have. I'm not sure what kind of void I have. I just like seeing things grow and that challenge to see if I can get it to grow. So that's pretty much why I have them. And plus, just having live greenery. I've always hated fake plants. I've always hated fake plants.
You can't do it?
No. Well, why? Why? When all you need is just find an easy grow plant, an ivy or something, just whatever. Water it every once in a while, And some plants don't even require that much light. You can put it in the bathroom, or you can have it sit on your desk. A cactus even, you know, you can have one of those. So I just prefer live plants in a world of where everything is fake, including some people. I'm sorry, but it is nice to have something live and you can see it grow and you can see that life cycle.
Got it. Do you have any particular favorite plants in your plant collection? Or do you find interest in each one that you grow? Do you have one on this table? Like, do you have any that I can show that you definitely... Top 5.
Well, I won't say top 5, but I just got this one from my dad. But hold on, let me just go ahead. It'll take about 10 seconds. So,
okay, we're gonna take a little bit of a break. Wow, okay. So you got a succulent.
Now, I don't like succulents.
Okay.
I don't keep succulents.
Okay.
They always die.
But this one seems to be...
Yes. I went to my dad's house, my parents' house, I'm sorry. My mom and dad went to their house. And so this is one of my favorites. My aunt, she passed away. She lives in Louisiana.
Okay.
A hurricane came through and they were able to save some of her plants. And so this is one of the plants that came from my aunt's house. So my dad, he just got a little piece. And
propped it?
Yeah, he propagated it. And so this was just sitting in the pot in the backyard. And I asked him if I could have it.
Okay.
And so since he already had an additional one, he let me have this one. So this is one of my favorites, but it's more sentimental than anything.
Do you think that, like, I mean, we're looking at your plants right over here, and then, I mean, obviously Plant Foldies, I want to make sure that you get just a view. He does have a plant room and we can just kind of take a look at it, and
that's my junk room.
That's his junk room. But I mean, in terms of all of these plants here, Isaac, do you feel like it helps with mental health, wellness? What does that look like? Because, you know, you always talk to grandma and, you know, she's kind of like the standard when it comes to growing plants. So,
well, grandma is what, 90 years old now?
She is 90.
And so one of the things that she does every day, she goes for a walk and she also takes care of her plants. So for her, it's simply about having something to do. It keeps her stimulated and it keeps her going. So, you know, for her, it's different. For me, I come in, I can just look at them and enjoy them because it's in my space. It's personal to me and it's my space. And I've made it, you know, like I just said, I made it personal to me with the greenery, the color. It's live, and you know.
And I can see you're doing. I see that you're even doing propagations.
Oh yeah.
That you need that you need to just pot up.
Yeah. But
That's
I wanted
cool.
to see if I could get them to grow first, and as you can tell,
They've grown.
Is wildly popular now. There's one in this particular cup. You gave me that one. And it has started to grow a little bit more. It did not grow for a while,
and
but it never died. So that's the only reason why I kept it.
Oh, actually, speaking of a plant, I know that this plant right here, this is the one that never wants to die, right? This Monstera.
Yes,
she just keeps coming back.
Yes, every time. And it's actually a propagation.
Yeah, it's a propagation from the mother.
Yeah.
So she just doesn't want to die. Do you feel like there's some plants that just refuse to go to plant heaven?
Yes.
Why do you think that? Do you think it's also, do you feel like plants have like a fighting spirit, a will to live?
I won't say that. I just think that if the conditions are right, they'll grow. If the conditions aren't right, they'll die.
That's it.
That's it.
You just keep it simple. You don't try to overanalyze things.
Why overcomplicate things? Life is complicated enough. My life is complicated enough. This is simple. If I take care of it, it'll grow.
If you don't take care of it?
If the conditions are right,
okay.
It'll grow.
What do you think is an ideal condition for the plants?
Mine.
Okay, and what is that?
Simple, easy. They get really good sunlight, indirect sunlight, and water them every once in a while just to make sure that they're okay. So this is, this one right here, this is Syngonium alba. I think
yeah,
I think you gave me that.
Yeah.
And so it you know, as you can tell,
it just pushes a leaf and
it pushes a leaf out, but they've been dying. And so what typically happens is that one is holding on. So I'm going to keep that one because what has happened before is at some point
she's gonna blow up.
Yeah, it'll blow up. So I'm gonna see if this one will blow up. So that's why I keep this here with the light, and I try to keep it drained. That's why I put it in this jar right here.
Yeah.
So it's the roots aren't too wet.
Do you ever get plant envy where you just want specific plants, or are you fully satisfied with the plants you have here?
No.
Okay.
You know, but because I'm not into plants like that. Oh, I just have to have this plant or I have to have that plant. If I see a plant and I like the color, now that's crazy, right? Or the shape of the leaf. That's what attracts me to a plant. I'm not the kind of the plant, because you've actually said, oh, I've seen a plant that I particularly like. And you're like, oh, that's kind of a common plant. Everybody has that. Like, okay, but I want that plant. Either the shape of the leaf or the color, like I just said.
I mean, I'm just really impressed, Isaac, in the fact that you have this is an example, you know, and I would say Plant Foldies, this is an example of somebody who literally grows plants because you want to grow greenery. It's not about just collecting specific plants. You can see that Isaac has a very eclectic taste. You know, he has a lot of plants that are just growing and thriving, and you just let him do your thing, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming most of my plants are kind of common.
I mean, I wouldn't say they're common. I would say that they're absolutely gorgeous because of the growth that they have. You know, Plant Foldies, let me know in the comment section what you think about Isaac's plants right here. And before we head off, do you want to like greet the viewers? Anything you want them to know about plants, or just a message for everybody?
Hey, Plant Foldies, I know a lot of y'all have seen the other video that we did, and you have probably seen some of the growth of a lot of my plants. So I just want to say thank you for the positive comments. I think I remember one. He said, I think when she saw the station, she was like, ooh, or something. I don't know, but I didn't take that as negative. What happens is when people give negative comments, if I had a lot of money involved in this, maybe that would hurt my feelings. But because I like what I do, I respect what the person said, because they wouldn't do that. And I'm okay with that, because one, I'm cheap. But it's got to be.
I wouldn't even say cheap, Isaac. I think you are budget friendly.
Okay.
Budget friendly.
Okay.
Budget friendly. You know, you want to use those YouTube keywords: budget friendly, cost effective, money saving. Let's push that algorithm right over.
Okay, you tag that. I keep it real.
Okay.
You keep it real. Whatever you want to tag it. But for me, it's just that if y'all like my plants, and I really did appreciate the positive comments on the last plants, the plant video that we did. I mean, you've seen some additions. Some of them are the same, but you probably see a lot more growth because they have grown since the last video. But I just want to say to your Plant Foldies, thank you so much for the positive comments, and I've got a lot of positive comments. And so I don't know if you have any questions for me, just send them to Richie at GrowFolds, and
leave them in the comment section, and you definitely go to Isaac's YouTube channel at hi JR6. Y'all, please leave comments if you want him to do some plant content. And actually, before we finish out some of your plant content videos, name a couple of like plant nurseries in the Dallas-Fort Worth area you like. If you have any plant YouTube content creators or people you like to watch, let me know what are your thoughts. Like, tell me about some of the nurseries.
I think a couple of my favorites. There was this one guy, I can't remember what his name is, but I don't think he's doing plants anymore, where we got a lot of plants from. But I've gone to Rubles.
Okay. You like Rubles? Okay.
Yes. And sometimes a little sticker shock for me because I've seen some of their plants. But that's really, if you really love plants and that is your thing, it's not really mine. I just like going to see the different plants. And what's the other one? Not Callaway. Although I do like Callaway because that's where I've gotten some of my pots and drainage
Garen at Plants and Planters.
Oh, yeah, Garen at Plants and Planters. That's really where I got started from with some of my plants. And then let me see, Rubles, Plants and Planters. Those are the only two. What's the one on 630 on 75 that we went to?
Yeah, that's Plants and Planters.
No. Oh, but what was the one in Highland Park, close to Highland Park, that we went to? North Dallas.
North Dallas.
We went there. There's two. It was two, right? It has like two locations. One time we went at Christmas time and.
Oh, well, I don't even. It's been a while. Any big box stores you prefer to shop at, or do you shop at all of them for your plants? If you actually buy plants.
I'm just being honest. I don't shop at the big box stores.
Okay.
Because I have enough, and if I want more, all I have to do is just propagate.
Okay.
I have so many now that, and really I don't go to the big box stores for that. I went yesterday. I did buy 2 bags of soy because nobody has gotten kicked out, and so they haven't left any.
So you're just waiting for those hand-me-downs, right?
What? So, but no, I did buy 2 bags of soy at Walmart, and so I'm trying to think if I have anything else. As far as the pots are concerned,
Any wish list plants that you might want?
I don't have any wish list plants. As long as if they're easy care, if somebody has a plant that maybe is dying and they can't keep it alive, it's more of the challenge of what the plant is. I mean, it's more of the challenge of if the plant is dead or not. So I don't have a wish list because since I'm not in that particular arena, I don't know the difference. I watched Janae.
Janae Simone, yeah.
And then your other
Steven.
friend, Steven.
And I Live Plants, yeah.
Yeah, so I watched those two. And you know, all of those are local. I really want to try to watch local people, you know, and you know, see what other people are doing.
Okay, well, Plant Foldies, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. I'm gonna do some more, you know, behind the scenes footage for y'all. But again, please leave some comments for Isaac. You can follow Isaac at Hi JR Sings YouTube, and we are gonna you know, leave his wonderful plant paradise. We just went ahead and plant raided his house. So if you haven't already, please press the thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out, and we will catch y'all soon. And Plant Foldies, I hope you have enjoyed today's video in terms of my best friend Isaac's houseplant tour. I know that you guys are looking forward to possibly seeing my houseplant tour, but I figured I'd give you a snippet of all of these beautiful plants. The majority of these plants are actually plants that I've given to my best friend Isaac over the years, and I just love the fact that he has been able to grow these plants, let them thrive in his environment. You can see that a lot of these plants are beautiful, they are large, they are just living their best life, and that goes to show that when you have the patience to actually grow out your house plants, you get some beautiful specimens. These are all plants that could become easily a statement piece plant. Look at that beautiful Syngonium batik, and obviously the Philodendron lemon lime, and also the Aglaonema that were given by my grandmother, my Lola Belen. You can see that this one is a massive Aglaonema. You have to really see this in person. And so, you know, as far as houseplant tours or more of this type of content, please let me know in the comment section, Plant Foldies, if you enjoy this. Definitely leave some words of encouragement from my best friend Isaac, as he has been able to literally rescue a lot of these plants that were in my plant collection
again, but unfortunately I just was downsizing some of these plants. I just didn't want to have in my plant collection, but you can see that these plants are growing, and he doesn't really have a very big routine around plants or plant care. He just literally gives them the essentials of bright indirect light, watering, and he is an underwaterer like me, but you can see that they are thriving. I'm super proud of Isaac and just his interest and to be able to grow these plants. So this goes to show that anybody can get into plants and be able to grow them. You just have to have the ideal space. Hopefully, I will be able to give you guys some more growth updates as Isaac continues to grow these plants. And I love having these conversations. So for anybody that is a local plant foldie in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, if you would like for me to plant raid your place and do a conversation and feature your plants, let me know. As always, my name is Richie at Grow Folds. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.